Everyone knows that exercising is healthy and sports are good, but we don't take into account that stories when people really hurt themselves. When a person starts running and falls from heart attack, or when a person is training at the gym and gets serious injuries. If you don't know all these details, you can really hurt yourself. Hi friends, I'm Ibra. In this video, I've collected the main mistakes that both beginners and professional athletes do. Watch this video until the end because these mistakes should never be done. If you're still not subscribed to my channel, then do it right now. Click on the bell if you don't want to miss my news, and let's go!
The first mistake is cardio training without taking into account the heartbeat. Very often people start to run and just guided by their feelings, or get on a track or cycling not even realizing how their heart actually beats. And by the way, this is very important because for what we do a cardio training? In order to train our heart and cardiovascular system first of all. So why don't we take into account the most important indicator that we need to know? This is the heart rate, because if we run too high heart rate, then we do ourselves a lot more harm than good. And if the heart rate is too low, then of course we will not do ourselves any harm. It's just necessary to understand that it's optimal to raise it a little. So what is the optimal heart rate that should be maintained for cardio training? There is a universal formula: 220 minus your age multiplied by 0.7. For example, if you are 30 years old, you take 220 minus 30, you get 190, and multiply by 0.7, we get 133. This is about the optimal heart rate, which should be maintained during training. It should be understood that this heart rate should be achieved gradually, not abruptly. If you start running, then at first run not very fast, gradually entering the rhythm. Also, this heart rate must be gradually reduced. We don't stop running immediately and dramatically. After we have run our distance, we gradually slow down or just switch to a quick step. And from here comes the next point. In no case after an intense sports load, don't sit down and lie down. The worst thing you can do is after an hour of training, just lie down and rest. In no way. Or very often I see in gyms when people exercise on machines and then between approach they sit on the bench and rest. This shouldn't be done. It's very bad for our heart. After every load, it's necessary to walk between each approach. It's very important for maintaining our healthy heart. Very often when people decide to engage in a healthy lifestyle, they start running in the morning. That is, literally get up and immediately start to run. To do this is also not recommended. Cardiologists here clearly state running immediately after waking up is harmful. Once I was at an appointment with a cardiologist and directly asked him this question, whether you can run in the morning or not. And he told me, definitely in the first 2 hours of intense physical activity is better not to do. That is, you must first get up, gradually wash your face, come to your senses, eat breakfast, and 2 hours after waking up, you can do intense physical activity. All you can do immediately in the morning is a light exercise, which will not greatly increase your heart rate and blood pressure, but in no case do it intensely. The next mistake is taking caffeine before a workout. I confess myself, I also used to sin with this. Very often people drink, for example, a cup of coffee before a workout to feel more awake. The problem here is the following. We really feel more awake and energetic, and we really have more energy. But again, that could be more harm than good. Because caffeine raises your blood pressure, raises your heart rate, and increases the strain on your heart. Because if we train for health, so why do we artificially increase the strain on our heart? It's harmful, and in many ways caffeine is a matter of habit. It really simulates our central nervous system, it does improve our mood, it does increase our stamina. These are all facts, yes, but if we get into the habit of drinking a cup of strong coffee before every workout, then it's a very bad habit and we should give it up, if we care about our heart health. The next mistake is the water that we drink during training. Absolutely correct and normal is to drink clean water. It's great, but extremely wrong is to drink sweet water, for example classic soda or Coke, because of the high sugar content. we will greatly increase insulin in the blood, and this in turn will greatly affect our health performance, on our stamina and our well-being. Moreover, it's not recommended to drink sparkling water during training because very soon you will feel discomfort because of this. And another mistake here may be that people sometimes completely refuse to drink during training, and this is also bad. For an hour's workout, it's normal to drink about half a liter of water. The similar mistake when people often eat before a workout. It's highly discouraged to exercise on empty stomach or a full stomach because if you exercise on empty stomach, you may faint. And if you just have eaten and come to the workout, here too nothing good will happen because all your blood went to the intestines and not to the muscles. The best is to eat 2 hours before training. This time is enough for the body to digest your food and tune into the physical load. Moving on, there is a misconception that after a workout it's better not to eat. The other extreme, after workout you need to eat a lot. There are a lot of caveats. First of all, not eating completely after workout is unhealthy and a bad idea. Even if you lose weight completely, it's not recommended to eliminate food after a workout. If you lose weight, it's much better to eat but a small portion. And if you train hard to gain muscle mass, you shouldn't eat a powerful fatty steak immediately after training because the body is not yet set up to digest, so the best way to eat food that is easily digested, such as in liquid form. The next mistake, the constant training on one program. When we don't change it all and from month to month, from year to year do the same program, it's wrong. Our muscles adapt very quickly to monotonous loads and they just cease to respond to it the right way. For example, if I pumped my chest on Monday, then next week I will not repeat that I did last week. We must constantly change the nature of our training. The next mistake that I think is a mistake, and some may not agree with me, but nevertheless I think it's wrong to take your phone to training. Perhaps there are two causes when you can take your phone to training. The first is to listen to music, because the music training in general can be easier and more interesting. The second case is, for example, if you are on exercise bike watching a TV series or a movie for an hour, because nothing to do anyway. But in all other cases, the phone will be very distracting from the training process. It will interfere with our concentration, and in the end it will interfere with our results. And the worst thing is to talk on the phone during training, because we already spend several hours on our phones every day. At least in training we can give it up because it's only beneficial. By the way, friends, write in the comments what other mistakes can be made when doing sports. Share it with me, it will be very interesting. And now it will be important to watch a video about the main myth about fitness and training. This video is very interesting and in addition will complement everything I have just talked about.
So friends, write in the comments below what other mistakes at the gym you know. And if you like this video, then press like button and see you on my other videos.